realized that, you know, I don't sit down here to give you guys gist, like story time. I gist though, like I know how to gist. I like to gist. I enjoy gist. I enjoy being given gist. I enjoy even being the giver of gist. But I just realized that I've never really sat down here to gist you guys. So today I'm going to be gisting you guys. My first experience like with neighbors and why I don't even talk to neighbors. I don't interact with neighbors. You guys have never seen me say I'm going downstairs to go and do Christmas party or attended my neighbor's birthday, child's birthday or something. I don't. And I feel like, you know, there's an advantage and there's a disadvantage. You know, advantage is that maybe it has somewhat restrained me from meeting good people. I don't know, because I have not personally interacted with them. So when I mean neighbors, because you guys are going to ask, ah, your parents know your neighbor. Yes, but we don't live in the same compound. You know when they say someone lives in your neighborhood, yes, but not inside the same compound. So let me just get straight into it. My company relocated me to Lagos, was it in 2017? Yes, in 2017. Young girl, you know, working and all. I got relocated to Lagos, and you know, the hunting for an apartment and everything. Of course, what they call it, I saw a comfortable 1-bedroom apartment, paid for it, furnished it to, you know, how cozy I wanted it to be. I looked for a picture and actually insert and put, you know, I was living in my 1-bedroom apartment. You guys, I lived alone, and I would encourage you, if you're a single girl, you know, before you get married, try as much as possible, live alone, just experience living alone. Don't, this is from my own personal experience, right? I'm not saying that if you marry from your parents' house is a bad thing, but I'm just saying that, you know, building your independency as well is also, it also helps, you know, when you live alone. So that was how I was living alone. I was such a jolly good fellow. You guys, I like to cook. And apart from just cooking, part of my personality is that we like to see other people happy. I'm liberal, right? And we like to make other people happy. So when I cook, right, I would what they call it, like the scent of the food will enter different people's nose. So back then, you know, Caesar Millie, I don't know if you guys know him, but it was this guy that sang Soko Soko, yeah, Soko Soko, Soko Soko baby, with Wizkid, right? He was just in the compound as well, but he took the duplex, I think, with a friend of his. But you know, we then became like friends, right? If I cook, I will give to him and all. I don't know if you guys can relate back to one party that I went for and I bumped into him and he was telling his girlfriend as at then, like, oh my god, he was looking for this lady. It was like, Mama, how have you opened a restaurant? And my husband used to even come and visit me back then, and then he will come, we'll all just hang out together and all of that, right? That's not even the story that, but I'm just trying to give you guys a backstory of how everything was. Who is calling me? Hold on, I'm back. So that was how, you know, I would cook and everything. I'll try and put that clip. When he saw me at the party, I was like, oh my god, Boma, I have been looking for you. I've told my girlfriend about you. I have told my girlfriend about your food. And back then, now, boys were hustling. Like, boys were hustling to make it in the music industry then. So literally, like, you know, he will go, he will come back on my way to work. I help him pay money in his bank account and everything. So we were literally like, I was literally like mothering, taking care of, cooking. When you come back, there's food in the house. So I had these open arms, and I was thinking that, you know, everybody, the way, you know, I was ready to care for everybody is the same way everybody was ready to care for me. I was very wrong. You guys, when I tell you that marriage has changed me in so many ways, that I feel like back then, because of how free I was, and free in my hands, where people took advantage of me. So that was how I had this neighbor, a married neighbor, that was staying in, I think, the 4-bedroom duplex with her husband. And from shining teeth in the morning, oh, she would see me coming out to take pictures in front of my house, and I would take pictures, what they call it, if she's passing, she said, let me take you picture, and she would take me pictures, right? That was how, what they call it, to from talk led to talk, and talk led to talk. I was driving out to the office one day, and what they call it, and then my mouth was just blah, 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 blah. Oh yeah, I work here, and this, because my cars used to park, the Uber that I was doing as a then, that my boyfriend, now my husband, then registered me for, was the one that, you know, the drivers will come. So my other car, I was using it for Uber. So the one my husband registered me for was the one that, what they call it, like the drivers would take the car, but they will bring it for assessments, like I think during the weekends or every like 2 weeks. So it would be with me like for the weekends, and then the drivers will come and take it, and then that was just how it was. So she used to just, from talk to talk, I see that you parked 2 cars in the compound and everything, are they your cars? And I'm like, yeah, that's what they call it, this is, I use this one for Uber. And all, you know, when somebody's just trying to checkmate you to see if they can be close to you and see how you're a young girl, what are you doing here? You have 2 cars, what are you doing with money? I am the married one that needs the money more, you know. So that was how, what they call it, we got close, got talking. She would come into my house, we'll go to the village market after exercise, because she was an exercise junkie. We'll go to the village market and everything. One day I was driving out, I was going to work, and she stopped me and she was looking so startled, like something was obviously wrong. And I was like, oh my god, what happened? I'm not gonna mention her name. I was like, oh my god, what happened? And she was like, oh, that they just called her from Bayelsa and that she needs to leave now, but you know, she doesn't have access to her bank accounts or anything. And mind you, I was living in the 1-bedroom apartment, and she and her husband were living in the 4-bedroom duplex that was on this other wing, right? But because of how, you know, interactive we have been, how friendly we have been, that was why, of course, she could tell me, oh, she needs to head to Bayelsa now, and you know, she needs to sort out her mom's health and so many things, and she doesn't have access to her bank account, her husband is not picking his calls and whatnot. I was like, oh, okay, oh my god, so what do you want, what do you need? Naive me. What do you want, what do you need? And no, she was like, oh, that she just wants to if I can just quickly use my bank app and just send her 100,000 naira and whatnot. I was like, oh, okay, no problem, that she will pay me. Maybe she comes back from Bayelsa, that she will pay me. I was like, oh, okay, no problem, that's not fine, please just go and take care of your mother and whatnot. That was how, from going to go and take care of her mother, I saw, what they call it, like her status updates, that she and her husband had traveled to America. I said, okay, maybe, I don't know what they call it, but I used to message her, oh, how are you doing, how you fine? Realized that she started giving me 1-word answers, right? Oh, how are you doing and everything. Someone that, you know, back then, if I post my boyfriend on my WhatsApp, like, you people not too fine, or you guys, this guy should come and put a ring on the finger, and you guys should just get married. Didn't say anything, you know. My boyfriend, now my husband, as a then, came over for the weekend, because we used to do like weekends back and forth, Abuja to Lagos, Lagos back to Abuja. He came, we went to the beach. There was one beach he had referred me to go, I think it was Atikan Beach as a then. Went to the beach and everything. I sent her pictures. My boyfriend came, he took me to the Atikan Beach and everything. She did not say anything about it. I said, me, I was now worried, like, is she okay? Is everything okay? How did you from Bayelsa, you jumped and entered into America? But I didn't say anything, right? Because I was not able to put 2 and 2 together. And I've trained myself in a way that as a then, that I became very slow to anger. But I was just excited with the whole move to Lagos, friendly with my neighbors. We even went to, what they call it, what's the name of this park? We did neighbors hangout and everything. We did neighbors Christmas party and everything. I was just thinking that everybody was my brother and my sister. that was how, when she came back, this attitude skyrocketed to the next level. I will come out of my house, I will take pictures. She's not even going, she'll be passing, she'll be jogging in the morning, she'll be looking at me, she will not even say what they call it. So one day, like, the thing just even ticked my head. I was like, yo, you came and borrowed money from me, you did not even give me an update how your mother's health was when you got back to my assistant is here, hold on. So that was how, what they call it. So it ticks me off, and then I asked her, like, what's up, please, where is my money, where is what they call it? And she was like, the way I even came and approached her was very rude. First of all, that even when she traveled, I was not even, you know, checking up on her to know how she was doing. I was like, are you kidding me? I had messaged you, I had sent you pictures, I saw that you were in America, I had sent you pictures and different things. Are you kidding me? Are you trying to use, like, you know, this your seniority to domineer me or what? Like, are you kidding me? You know, I had to even mention her name, because you know, when I feel like when you call people, like, you know, auntie this, because supposedly you are married, you know, and your husband doesn't even look like a young guy in the first place, so just giving you your respect. And I like the fact that right now my children, Kaito school is Miss this, Miss that. It's your family members, within your family members, that you call auntie, uncle, so that we can identify when something happens to you, or when there is a harm. Not you call everybody uncle and auntie. So I was like, are you kidding me? Like, are you kidding me? What are you trying to say? I'm just only here to ask you for my money. I don't want what they call it. That was how, I think that day, I went to work, I talked to my husband about it and everything. It was like, okay, I should just give it grace, I should give it time, since it's not up to like 2 months, you know, I should just give it time. But I said that, this lady told me that she was going to pay me 1 week after. I gave it time. One day I was coming back from work, I think the next week I was coming back from work, this after they had told me to give like 2 months grace. I was coming back from work, right? And what they call it, I saw tipper that was carrying like load. I said, who is moving? I asked the gate man that who is moving out, and it was like, oh, now madam, it was the person that was owing me, was moving out of the compound with her husband. They did not renew the rent, they were moving somewhere else. You didn't deem it fit to tell me. You gave me attitude all through when I borrowed money from you. I mean, when you borrowed money from me, you know, you used your seniority to domineer me. You started giving me silent treatment. You did not speak to somebody that you were owing money, you know. Immediately the money just entered. In fact, you tried to use manipulative skills on me to twist it to say, because I did not ask to check up on how your mom was doing, you know, that is why you were not going to pay me my money, and you were going to move out of the compound without telling me. And you know, I felt somehow. So I stood in front of the house. They were not in the house, like she was not in the house. And then I asked, you know, the security man, where is she? He said that she has gone. No, that it was this afternoon that, you know, she had gone, and said it was the husband that was going to come and clear the remaining things. You know, that night I kept going back and forth, standing. You know, I eventually caught, like, I will not say I caught the husband, but I eventually saw the husband, and I explained to him, like, please, this is my situation, your wife is owing me, and this man had the mind to tell me, oh, it has nothing to do with me. I would tell her, have you tried to reach her? I was like, yes, I've tried to reach her. Mind you, as at then I have been calling her and she has not been picking my calls. So I was like, I've tried to reach her, she's not picking my call. Please, if you can call her from your phone and tell her that I'm actually looking for her, and you know, and please let her just transfer my money back to me, and this is it. Even if she doesn't want to speak to me, even if she's moving out from the compound, good luck to the both of you, but let her just transfer my money back to me. That was her husband say, he has nothing to do with it, it's none of his business, women issues, his wife issues, doesn't get into it, yada 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 yada. That's why I keep telling people that some people, their husbands are doing yahoo, their husbands are armed robber. They know exactly who they are married to, they know exactly the spouses that they are married to, and sometimes they encourage it. Oh, it's not going to be part of it. Kiniko. It was such a slap to my face. It was such a, this is I'm working hard for my own money, I am saving it, and you came and borrowed it from me out of my sweat. I was a young girl that I was not frivolously just spending money trying to pop bottles to let you know that, oh yeah, life is good, or one thing or the other. I was saving, you know, for future plans, different things, and then you came and borrowed out of my sweat, out of my salary. I gave it to you and you did not refund it back to me. That was the day I just sat down. After I couldn't reach her again. You know, when somebody has blocked you on WhatsApp, you will not see the person's DP anymore. When you even send the person a message, it will tick good. I had asked other people in the compound if they knew, because I was ready to go to where she had packed to go and fight for my money, if they knew the house that she was going to. Some of them lie that they don't know. Some say, oh, they've not spoken to her since Keniko. That was the end for me and neighbors. That was the end. That was the end for me and neighbors. You know, moving on to the next house, I did not speak to no neighbor. It is good morning, good afternoon. That was it. Eventually, you know, I got married, and you know, myself and my husband settled in a new apartment. Even in the new apartment, it was a four apartments in the compound, and all of us in that apartment were like young couples and everything. But aside good morning, good afternoon, I don't know your birthday date, I don't know the day you were born, I don't know nothing. If I'm on the what they call it, I was on the estate group, oh, this is your dues for today, I pay. I don't want to have any interaction. So also moving on, like that thing has followed me till now. So moving on till now, I don't want to have any interaction. If I know you and you move into my house, or I say my house, if I know you and you move into my compound, I'm going to say a word to you. I don't want over familiarity. I don't want oversee finish. I don't want you to say you want to size me up. You came so close to me and then you want to size me up and you want to take advantage of me and whatnot. But you know, moving on, I just say I beg, I'm not going to be part of all of these things again, because I don't ever want anybody to take me out of character, especially so close to my home, you know, so close to where my children are, especially now that I have children. I don't want anybody to ever take me out of character, you know, and then I start, you know, but I don't even know you. So that there's no way I can beef you, there's no way I can have issues with you, there's no way I can. So that has just transcended to me just, if I'm here, I'm here. You can never see me say, I just went to my neighbor's house to go and sit and watch film. I don't do it. Oh, I just went to my neighbor's house to go and borrow pepper and matches. I don't do it. I don't do compound relationship. You people who are going to fight one way or the other, there will be issues, there will be envy, there will be one thing or the other. When something is too close to comfort, I don't like it. Like when something is too, you know, I don't like it. So yeah, this is my story. I don't know if I'm missing out on anything, but for the best part of the years after then that I have not spoken to neighbors, I am not missing out on anything. Life has been good. I have been fine. They have taken life. Anyways, guys, I'll see you guys in my next video. If you enjoyed this story time and you want more story time, let me know in the comment section, and bye guys.
Girls in my crib, 0 Snapchat, 0 Instagram.